2020 Harvard study concluded that music is in fact universal. Backing up a common anecdote, music is playing and has played a large role in driving the development of technology. Indeed, music was the driving force of some of the first personal technology other than the watch, the Walkman. The Walkman ushered in an era of personal audio that remains in force today. Walkmans, MP3 players, mini disc players, iPods are all intimate devices, but perhaps the more intimate connection to music is through the medium that delivers it to our ears. Yes, headphones. Now this is a big subject, so let's narrow it down a bit. Nowadays, Bluetooth wireless headphones are hot. So much so that we now mourn the loss of the 3.5mm headphone jack. Bluetooth headphones are interesting in that they solve some problems while causing others as a result of their technology and design. Design of Things 9. Bluetooth headphones. Freed agents. Bluetooth has been around in consumer devices since the late 90s. A revolutionary way to transfer data between close devices through the air. The first versions used a lot of power to send meager amounts of data. The power draw was an issue for early devices, which eventually could transfer more data, but utterly decimated battery. Bluetooth 4.0 introduced a low energy mode that made more applications of the tech possible, such as this clock. The Bluetooth is always on, allowing me to get an update on the temp and humidity when I bring my phone close. On to the subject of headphones. The innovations in Bluetooth technology are critical. Reason 1 is audio quality. Simply good audio quality necessitates more data. Reason 2 is portability and wearability. If the headphones use too much power, they won't be usable for a long time, and they may necessitate a large battery, making them uncomfortable or less portable. Issues solved. Lots of different options were possible. The first stereo Bluetooth headphones came onto the scene in 2004, but it wasn't until the next decade when the technology really made sense. Many different styles of headphones emerged. Let's take a look at 3. Type 1. In-ear style. This has a simple black design. Controls are in the cable. Functionally, it's quite good, locking into place, suitable for exercise. When not in use, it magnetically connects, making a necklace of sorts. A pretty brilliant design overall, made 1,000 times by hundreds of companies. Here's another take, Type 2. The only difference here is this rubber band, which is designed to sit on your neck, allowing for a reduction in weight of the actual earbuds themselves by putting the battery and electronics in the band. In theory, it's more comfortable than the prior example. In practice, this design is great if you're wearing a t-shirt or something without a collar. With a collar or jacket, the rubber band loses a bit of its functionality. Type 3. Traditional headphones without the cable. It's pretty simple. In all cases, Bluetooth connectivity means that we don't have to deal with wires getting tangled, untangling them after we pull them out of a bag. But wireless convenience also comes with a major drawback, the battery. Looking forward to listening to some tunes or a podcast on the way to work, only to find the battery is dead. Well, that's the worst. And the final type of Bluetooth headphone, truly wireless, popularized by Apple's AirPods. Sorry, I'm not baller enough to own a pair, but I do have these clones. Though Apple wasn't the first, they were the ones who perfected, then popularized the technology, which is quite complex, requiring not only pairing to a device, but pairing each earbud to each other and making sure the audio is perfectly synchronized. This design is wireless. You won't even feel the wire around your neck. though the buds themselves don't have much room for a battery. Using the case as a charger and battery bank is an ingenious way to make sure that battery life is up to par. But the freedom and size creates its own issues. If you need to take one out to talk to someone, what do you do with it? If it doesn't fit in your ear perfectly, and no buds will fit everyone, it could easily fall out. If you've owned a set, you know this issue. This is an issue that comes out in the daily use of the object. The newest designs and technologies aren't always the best in every way for the user. Personally, I prefer the connected design, and even think they could do one better by adding a 3.5mm jack to the band that could be used without relying on the battery. But that is perhaps a lost battle, as the courageous decision has been made to remove the 3.5mm jack from most new phones, leaving us with nothing to plug our headphones into. But the 3.5mm jack is another story for a later episode of Design of Things.